I'm Janelle. This
Hi.
is the Janelle Art Channel, and this morning we've got Maya, also known as Alice in Art Supply Hoarderland.
Yeah.
Hi, Jessica. Hello,
Hey.
Brad. Good morning, people.
Oh, I got notification that you're live.
Oh, good, good, good.
Oh,
So looks like Maya's got paints galore out
yeah.
there ready to go. I'm I've got a new painting I started on last night. Good to see you, Brad. Thank you.
Uh, yes. Huh?
Maya's at the North Pole.
Yeah. Right.
Um,
Yeah,
how
we
are
are.
conditions there?
It's been okay, but now today it's going to be bad weather and yeah, very bad weather, I think. So we'll see.
Yeah, yeah. Over here in Oregon, I've got some sunshine coming in. I think we've got a bit of a storm forecast for the latter part of this week, but I have just been ignoring all of that stuff as it's too much information. to,
Yeah.
so, but for now, the sun is shining, and that seems that seems like enough to deal with.
Yeah. It's so weird to like. Yeah, the sun is shining like on Christmas Eve. That's yeah.
Yeah.
It's hard to wrap my head around. Well, I've been where it's sunny one time during like before Christmas, and it was super weird. Hi, Irish Mart. So in the UK, uh are you celebrating Christmas today or tomorrow? Do you have the when do you open your present? Do you open them on Christmas Eve or like in the morning, like they do in the US? I actually have no idea.
Hmm. I know in the United States, it depends. Some religions are more focused on Christmas Eve, and some families. I think there's not a national standard in the United States, um, but we also don't have Boxing Day. I know in the UK they have Boxing Day of the 26th, where things are gathered up for charity shops. So it's America. We do whatever we want over here whenever we want, apparently. And I'm sorry, world.
So Brad
Anyway,
says Christmas
but
is
yeah.
tomorrow, and peck peck into them Christmas Eve, but opens them Christmas morning. Um,
Yeah, oh, that's what we do
peek.
here
Oh,
too. Like
peek.
my
Oh, okay, peek. Peek into them, but open. Okay. So you open them like tomorrow morning? So we are the weird ones to open them like it's today, like on Christmas Eve.
oh, I know some families who would open their stuff on Christmas Eve. And then
Okay.
in my family, back when I was a kid, we would be allowed to open one present. You know, our parents would just give us, oh, you can open one present, and it was a dirty trick because the present that we would open would be usually a pair of pajamas, right?
Ah,
So you would go to sleep in your new pajamas because you know you're a little kid, and it's like, okay, well, here's something new, and then
yeah.
everybody would be wearing the new Christmas pajamas, which was just strictly so that the photographs would look good the next morning.
Okay,
You know,
right.
it
Wow,
wasn't like you could open.
what a weird coincidence. So everyone gets pajamas.
Yeah, it wasn't much later that it wasn't until I was like much older and I went, hey, look at every Christmas picture. We're wearing new
Yeah.
pajamas.
Wait a minute.
Oh, wait a dirty minute. So, yeah.
Oh, Brad has his girlfriend's sister staying there.
Well, it's
Okay.
very nice to have some family around, certainly. Oh, so I've actually uh, a, a pad of cotton watercolor paper this morning and prepared it last night. We were working a little bit last night, put a wash on it, and started in with some um, an assortment of rocks on a painting, and I actually managed to tape the edges today. And I'm sorry, I don't know why my picture looks a little bit dark here. I've got all the usual lights on it, but for some reason
Oh,
the
I think
it's a
it's
little
yeah,
tricky with the side by side. It just does it a little bit differently. So
yeah.
hopefully that's not too terrible of a picture. And if you were here for last night's live stream, I have an update on the motorhome. That sucker is still parked in my driveway.
Ed,
Um,
Ed, was that the name?
yeah, yeah, my neighbor's brother-in-law Ed is still here with his damn motorhome parked across the end of my half of my driveway. So no, there's the screaming cat who I assure
Oh
you has been
gosh,
fed.
she's hungry already.
She is, and it's not even halfway to her yeah. I'm gonna mix up some paint here and figure out what color this next rock ought to be. Or try to. Let's see if we can get started into it here. So
Yeah, I have this weird. I'm not sure what paper this is, but it was lying around, so I guess I just try to use it and see what happens.
yeah, so Brad says he's going to be working on some art this morning out there in Artland, which is terrific. I was just going to
Wait,
encourage everybody to let us know if you're working on some art or wish you were working on some art or yeah, how's it going for you?
what is Brad saying? Where?
Are you set on
I'm on all
I don't know.
messages.
I thought I saw a chat a little bit. Yeah, Drop Short Media. I'll be arting along with you both. So
Oh,
that's
okay, okay, yeah,
that
that's okay. Sorry, I missed it. Sorry.
that's wonderful.
Hi,
Jessica Lynn,
Jessica.
hello. Welcome to the live. It's lovely to see you. Thank
Do
you
you
for your
just
many comments. And I'm
Jessica?
I appreciate that.
Do you prefer Jessica Lynn or just Jessica? Because I tend to say just Jessica, but yeah. Jessica is fine. Okay. Great.
Yeah. Well, I love the comments, so I appreciate that very much. Thank you.
Yeah, comments are
Thank you. Thank you.
well, nice comments are good. Are always good.
What's your tape? I was trying to figure out what the crunching was. The tape. Hmm.
Oh, sorry. Is it loud?
But everything. Uh,
One
just
more,
it
one
makes
more,
an
and then
interesting. Yeah, you've got to be. You got
okay,
to be close
and
there.
then
Can't. I had everything set up ready to go from last night, and I thought that would help me to just be hit the groove when I got here. And still, it's just taking me as much time as usual to kind of get sorted through the. I'm assembling a group of paint
so how I
here on the
missed
palette.
how big is the paper pad you haven't used now?
I think it's 9 by 12.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not terribly big, so. And I'm working in a vertical format here. But usually I just start and scatter them about. This time I'm still gonna scatter the pebbles and the rocks, but I wanted to have a focal point of a strong vertical here, so I'm just creating that by laying
Yeah.
them in. I haven't sketched anything on the pad this time. I rarely do. Especially for something like this, the more organic the shapes are, I think it lends itself to the overall design at the end of it. So yeah.
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 Yeah. For the rocks, I guess like sketching is not so crucial. Or
Yeah, I think if I were to do that, yes, I can put the bubble of water in on lines, you know, mostly. I don't know about this morning. I was a little bit bobbly this morning, and some days just go that way. But also the way the water goes on the paper is a little bit different than the way my hand holds the pencil and puts a pencil line or a graphite line on the paper. So I'm trying to work within what the paint just wants to do naturally. So it just um I think the process goes a little more naturally when I just let the water um take its place on the paper and then work with that.
yeah.
And then, the lines that I do afterwards, that puts puts a little structure into it. But um and also when you're painting something you've been painting, it is it's you get used to it. You don't really always have to sketch it in. Like if I was drawing a new or painting a new subject, I might be more inclined to add some sketch lines to the paper.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Good morning, Sophia. Good morning.
Hi,
Welcome
Sophia.
in. Hello. Or actually, for you, it'll be good
Good
evening.
evening.
So, good day.
Merry
Hi.
Christmas or Happy Holiday.
So I'm wanting something down here at the bottom that's a bit neutral. I put kind of a bright green, and I've used um, the Daniel Smith Sodalite Genuine, which comes from a stone that looks a little bit like this is a piece of sodalite. I don't know if it's the same grade as what Daniel Smith uses for their paint, but sort of a denim blue, and I've used a mixture of wow.
What?
I'm just, I'm just, I'm just trying to get going here. You guys,
Oh,
thanks for bearing with
sorry.
me here.
I thought I was making noise.
Yeah, I'm distractible, and the other neighbors just went rocketing by, and they're apparently not happy about the motorhome either because they stopped and revved their car up a little bit. And I don't know.
Whole Christmas is just whoa,
It's like it's a
car. It's a car.
yeah, it's
RV.
National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation 27 outside my window this morning.
Yeah.
So anyway, I guess I'm here to normalize being uh, woozy and discombobulated. I was uh, I was talking with Maya last night about something that I thought was I said to her that uh, darn it, it's just a shame that we weren't live streaming because I thought it was really a great thought and a great idea. Do you remember what you were saying about the movies last night, Maya? And
Uh,
we'll see if we can summon it back
oh
up and tell
yeah,
you guys.
yeah. The movie. Yeah, because I don't remember exactly what we were talking about, but uh,
We're talking about holiday movies and how sappy they are, and they always
yeah,
end with
because they it's always like if someone is alone, they are they are sad and their apartment is gray and just it they look horrible. They are dragging their feet after that, like, and they are not happy at all, and because they are alone in Christmas, and then during the movie they are meeting someone, and then yeah, happily ever after they have someone to be together, like they can spend Christmas together, and yeah, and it's happy. But why can't they make a movie about a person that is alone, that can celebrate Christmas, that is happy, that can, okay, I'm alone, I can decorate my apartment even though I'm alone. I can make good food. I can do, like, I can watch some Christmas movies. I can sit with the feet on the table and eat candy all day. I don't know, but just to normalize because so many people are alone in Christmas, during Christmas. So
and and not
why
only
don't
that,
why
they're alone, but they're happy. Like that's the day that they
yeah,
want to have. Like if you were just,
yeah,
sitting there whistling all day long and just puttering around, and maybe you got your cat or your dog, and it's like you're not having to fall in love with a delivery man to turn your day around. I just I just
yeah,
thought I would watch that movie. I would watch that movie every year about the happy person who's there, opening the window on the Christmas cactus, or with the with the Christmas toast and jam. But we don't normalize having a good day on your own, particularly at a time like this. And the reality is, there's a lot of us out there um, who are, when faced with the prospect of hanging out with, you know, there's some family out there that'll literally try to kill you, and
yeah,
it's a better day to hang out and sit in your own art studio with your cat or your dog, or a phone call from a friend. um that is a legitimate good day, and it's too bad that we don't normalize that for folks that are,
yeah.
yeah,
Did
Irish says.
have any of you seen any movies like where a person is alone and is happy and with a smile on their face, and because every Christmas movie ends with yeah, love and ooh, and they are so, and life's not like, why can't we, yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, let us know in the comments if you would watch that movie. Brad says Brad excuse me. Yeah, Brad says is voting for Die Hard. That's not a quiet at home alone happy movie, but
Well,
it's
different
it's a
taste.
it's
So
a but
it's not my. I never. That's not a Christmas movie for me. But yeah, we're different.
uh, look at that. I'm putting a little water on the paper and getting started here.
All right. Yeah. Maybe we should start.
Uh,
Um.
I don't know. We won't get anywhere unless we get some paint on the paper, I guess.
Yeah. Right. Well, now I don't want to paint on this paper. I have to change the paper. I. I,
Oh
I,
dear.
I changed my mind. It's Christmas Eve. I can use a good cotton paper today, right? Isn't that
You can do
isn't that the
anything you
deal?
want over there.
Yeah,
I
it's
can't
Christmas
I
Eve,
can't
so
stop you, and I
I
won't try.
take I use the expensive cotton paper.
Good job.
So that's but I can mute myself. I have to use the tape again.
All right.
Wait. Okay.
It does make a huge crunching noise, so Maya's gonna mute while she pulls that paper off the. And here I am trying to get the water on here using a synthetic brush. We were talking about this yesterday about the differences, and this brush is pretty responsive putting in the pigment, but getting my nice wet stone shape here, it's being a little bit of a challenge, but I'm gonna make it work. And I've rearranged my palette several times in the last week, so
Yeah, again.
again, I'll be darned if I can remember where the Payne's Gray is, but it's in here somewhere. I think that's the one. I think I want Payne's Gray and not neutral tint.
It's not
Yeah.
guns and angry German guys. It's Christmas, like Die Hard. Yeah, but yeah, I don't know. Well, it's a okay movie, but not for Christmas, I think. But that's my humble opinion. Hey, Adam. Adam,
Hi, Adam Carmona.
pick a side.
Mm. I'm just hoping for something to diffuse across the um this rock. I don't want to make anything too eye-catching here at the bottom. Try to put the colorful ones in the middle and then things that are a little bit more drab at the outside. So we'll see. We will cross your fingers. I can't see. I'm having a terrible time seeing the edge of the water for some reason. this paper's a little bit got a different reflective surface. It's much smoother than the other. Um, I've been using a pulp paper, and this behaves differently. Um, all right, let's see if we can get it to behave a little bit here.
Hmm.
Don't don't want it entirely smooth. I want it to have some texture, but not too much because I want to let that dry, and then I'm going to come over with a granulating, one of the super granulating colors from Schminke, the desert gray. So uh,
So yeah, Brad, do you use your, is it the homemade or did you buy the real one? Lucida.
yeah, did you? I have another question for you. Did you start getting a bunch of ads for this camera lucida, not used since the Renaissance time? We've engineered a beautiful one. As soon as I started putting art in my um, in the titles or posting any art, I just got bombarded by ads all over, particularly Instagram, trying to sell me a camera lucida.
Oh,
Um, yeah, and I kind of looked into it and went, "Well, that's just marketing." Mm.
I think it's weird that it's so expensive
Mhm.
because it's not like,
I bought a I bought a gizmo off Temu that I think was, I don't know, 7 or 8 bucks, and it's basically a bracket that holds your phone and kind of at a 45-degree angle off the surface, and then it holds this highly reflective piece of plastic that's about phone size at a 90-degree angle to the phone, also about 45 degrees off um, the surface, and then you put your phone in with the image in it, reverse it, and it's reflected into the plastic, and it takes a little bit of an adjustment in your perception in your brain. But you get yourself right above the top of it, and you look through the plastic and put the pencil on the paper, and you trace the image that you see on the plastic onto the paper. So it works to be a device that helps you to put, um, you can trace the outlines of the image that's on your phone. So basically, kind of this camera lucida. A camera lucida doesn't actually um, uh, like like work as an opaque projector to project an image onto your paper for you to trace. You sort of have to have a trick of perception to look at the thing that's up above you, and then use your vision at another surface, but put your hand-eye coordination and put your hand on the paper. It's a bit tricky. Um, so yeah, if you're kind of interested in that concept, there is available on Temu, kind of an inexpensive version. I played around with it a little bit, and it has some
yeah.
drawbacks. You're limited to that format of what your phone is. You're certainly limited in size, and yeah.
I
So
may or
Adam,
may not have one of those.
mhm, it was one of the first things that I ordered off of Temu when I was back experimenting with the Timu world. Adam says that David Hockney wrote about the camera lucida. And I love that. Adam bringing the art history.
Oh,
Bringing the
wait,
Hockney to the conversation.
David Hockney. Wait. I have to check.
He did the paintings of the kind of a serene swim pool, sort of a photorealist approach.
Hello. What do I have? I have David Hockney sketchbook. A
Oh,
Yorkshire
okay.
sketchbook.
Well, let's have a look at
Yeah.
that. That looks interesting.
So it's his his sketches.
No.
Just to see how he plays like I love this book. It's a long time since I've used it or looked at it. But I'm so fascinated by like the sketches.
So Adam says that Hockney argued that the great masters used a camera lucida.
Yeah, maybe I don't know.
I sure think it's within the realm of possibility. So
Well, that's what I mean. Because the thing when they used it like back in the day, it's just
mhm.
mirror. It's just mirrors. That's kind of I don't know. So that's why like I think it's way too expensive for I don't know.
Yeah. So in the random art supplies segment of our program,
Oh, you
see if I
found
can
yeah.
see if I can set this guy up. And it's basically um just pieces of plastic that slide together, and you've got this kind of reflective screen that fits into the slides in down here. Please stay on. And then this is an old phone. It's not charged, so but pretend it's turned on. Pretend there's some light coming out of it. You can set it here. I oriented it this way. You can do it both directions, and then the image is reflected. This is very very shiny. So when you're above it, you can basically I think I could actually trace the phone onto the maybe. Nope, I could have if it was darker paper, but you look through, so the image is reflected here because it's at an angle, and then you look down from above, and then you have your pencil on the paper, and you can uh, trace the image that's down below. So I had no idea because it's Timu, right? And it was the description was wonky, and I couldn't quite figure out how it worked, and I was quite curious about it, and so I just ordered it to see, what it was made of, and I think it said it was at a 90-degree angle. It looks like it's actually that the phone and the reflective surface are at about a 45-degree angle.
Yeah, it's not
So
90.
yeah, but that's the concept. Anyway, you sort of look through from this side and get your pencil behind it, and if you can trace on the paper what's on there, it's a little bit of a trick. It did take me a bit of practice, and then all of a sudden it just went click, and it was like, oh, okay, this is um you know pretty much like tracing what's on the paper. Once your mind just makes that that little perceptual leap and makes a little adjustment for you. So anyway, lots of fun stuff on Timu for artists, to be sure. Good morning, kitty. I'm not feeding you. Not until feeding time. Are you just saying hello to, saying happy Christmas Eve to everybody? She's not. She's a cat. She just wants the wrapping paper and trimmings to play with, I think. Anyway, hopefully that wasn't too confusing. And that was, yeah, Maya's been finding some good buys for art supplies on Temu. So
Yeah, Timu is great
Maya,
for art supplies.
I tried it, and then there was a lot of information out about how they were data mining, and I started to get lots of push notifications about things that I had discussed in chat in my in what do I want to say, like text messages and stuff. And it was really clear to me that Timu was eavesdropping on verbal conversations because I would talk with somebody about something, and then I would get a pop up from Timu that's like, "We sell that," and I didn't see anywhere where they had permissions to access the microphone on my phone. And I thought, if these guys are going to be eavesdropping on me and telling me they're not, in pretty blatant ways, that they're also telling me that they're not getting into my banking data and the rest of that, and I just sort of lost trust with it. And it took some doing to get all that apps deleted back off my phone, but I did. So now I'm Maya lives in Norway, and she's got some different financial options than I've got here in the States. But she's got a way to use sort of a third party app to make payments to Timu. And where I was set up, it was kind of linked directly to my bank account. So I just decided that I was not comfortable with that.
So do you have like a credit card? Do you?
Uh, I've got it. I've got some setup. It's probably not my best in my best interest to discuss how my how my finances are set up
No,
on,
no, yeah, no,
but
but now how things work in America. That's kind of what I. Uh,
yeah, you could have, and you
so do
could
you,
have credit
is
cards
it?
through separate companies, but you could also have credit cards that were all tied back to your bank or your credit union. So
Yeah,
some
so the
people have
credit card can is but the credit card is not attached to your bank account where you have your money, right?
yeah, or but you could have a credit card that was offered through your financial institution. So,
Hmm.
um,
So do you have any uh,
yeah, it's
um,
Jessica. Yeah.
do you have like some insurance things on your credit card if it gets hacked or
Oh, I'm not equipped to deal with that. I just want to not be hacked in the first place because I'm just like dealing
yeah,
with paperwork and
yeah,
phone calls and
of
trying to
course.
get that sorted out. It's
But
just too
here
much.
we have like we like if we if we buy stuff from weird places, yeah, and so we prefer to use the credit card because it's not connected to our bank account, and if something happen and someone is like stealing, emptying the credit card, uh, there is a insurance thing
Well, sure. Yeah,
connected to
sure. That I
the
mean,
so they so we get the money back
well, yes,
from the
on
bank.
like one transaction from one person, that would be easy to get fixed. I could call the bank and say, "Hey, I could dispute this charge." I think Timu probably has the capacity, or people who could maybe hack Timu to hack me. I'm not exactly sure. would be, um, I'm an old lady and I get worked up, and so
I don't know
I think that's a
what's
sensible approach. You can go
what's
to a grocery store, or I mean even a store at a gas station, and they'll sell a card, and you can what is the crunching? So you could buy a card and you would give them sort of a pay-as-you-go thing where you can load it, and
oh
then you can use that. So you would have a number that was not associated with your bank or
so
any. So
like
they
a
would have
gift
no way
card
to.
almost? Yeah.
Hello, Pondfish there, and hello, Dan. For whatever reason,
Hello.
thanks. Dang it! I
We are
thought I was doing
discussing the Janelle's financial stuff. No.
I'm super uncomfortable with this, and I'm trying to get out of it, and just like no more questions about my banking, thank you. Damn it.
Yeah, no, yeah, I meant in general. So.
I know. I'm just done with December. So cold pack, and
Oh
oh
yeah,
Lord,
yeah.
it got plates. I'm juggling. I'm spinning plates. I don't know what the heck's going on here, but Jessica's having a white Christmas. What?
Uh, yeah, where do I know where is Jessica? Uh, oh. Did she freeze? Did we lose her? So this I'm painting now. It's a kind of it's not my. I'm watching. I'm looking at the thumbnail of a YouTube channel of an artist that I really like. So I'm looking at her thumbnail and I'm trying to paint like paint because I want to be able to do that style, and I think it's I struggle with the style, so I'm kind of so it's a nice way to just uh, try and to use another artist um, paintings and stuff for practice. But then, like now, I'm saying her name is Anastasia Mili, Mili, and so I'm just putting it out there that this is not my art. It's
Inspired by.
Anastasia. Inspired, yeah, but yeah, I'm trying to kind of paint her like the way she's, but I'm trying to learn her the style, so
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's good to do some attributions when we are to send the students off to the and an assignment
Yeah.
into the so many images and copy and publish it. Need to appreciate it. We do need to make attribution, and we need to be careful. Core probably intending you to be able to get in and make copies. So
Yeah,
that
and
would be a right
I
that
have
you're letting you have.
like typed in her comment that I'm doing this, and she's like, oh, that's like, but and even though doing this on YouTube, I'm not making any money of this. I'm not going to sell this. It's just for practice. And I'm telling you, I put the link to her in the chat, so you can go and check her out and sub if you want. So I'm promoting her, and so because you can, but as soon as you are starting to make, like, if this was a
Mm,
what's it called?
not exact.
Huh?
Yeah, it's that's not exactly it. I mean, in at least in the United States, European, United States, not just it's not enough to say, oh, this thing I'm doing, that was by so and so and originally. So I'm giving them attribution, I'm giving them credit. I'm still going to take it and copy it and do whatever. Giving attribution is not enough to get you a license to copy original works of art. I think we can look at tutorial channels they're intending for, because they'll say, here's what we're doing, get out your paper, do the thing we're doing. And that's a little different. And I don't mean to imply that I think that what you're doing right here in this instance is copyright infringement. I just am talking about copyright in general.
Yeah.
So I hope I didn't make you feel like I was saying you're violating copyright, because I don't know. I don't know what the channel is that you're looking at, but
Yeah, it's kind of
you know,
like she's
it's tricky, doesn't it?
yeah, but I have seen, like, this is artist, uh, they do this. It's not it. Yeah, so it's not just me, and but they are. It's important to, yeah, to to say it, that who actually whose art it is. So yeah, well, inspired by well, then you are making kind of your own painting. You're not copying. You are you can maybe you can see some similarities, but not it's but now I'm kind of doing like the same she's doing in her painting just because yeah. But I think it's okay, and it's because she's posting her how she's painting them,
Y-
and
Yeah. No, I'm just talking
so
about strict copying. So
yeah,
if you're doing something to evolve it, you've got to have a certain threshold of change to it. Like you
yeah,
can you can you can engage as you can't strictly copy it exactly and then put it out again. That's the right to copy. It's pretty strict. But if you are um, engaging in fair use is the legal term for it. So it's worth a Google to look at what fair use is, maybe even just to read Wikipedia about copyright to get some idea about it. Because I think sometimes as artists we can be a little bit like that little kid in the candy store just going, I like it. I'm gonna take it because it's really good and everybody likes it. Why wouldn't we want to take it? Of course we want to take it. Of course we want to grab the bag of candy or the album of music and go outside and share that. That's that's understandable. That urge is very understandable, which is probably why we get to the point where we have to pass a law and put it in writing what it is that we're protecting and why we're protecting it. Anyway, that was our legal lecture for the day. Um,
yeah. And this one she's I've seen sometimes yeah, and I post like if she had taken a photo, she's posting the um, reference photo in the chat so people can use it. So
Hmm?
yeah,
It sounds like a teaching situation. That doesn't sound like a copyright violating situation. That sounds like somebody who is putting materials out for instructional purposes, and that's her materials that she's sharing with people. So I wouldn't worry too much about that.
yeah, and
Where I would start to worry about it is if you were on, say, you were on Google Images and you found something and maybe it's got, the watermark Getty Images all across it, but you're like, that's a
yeah,
great hermit crab. And
yeah,
I just want to I want a good view and a good angle on a hermit crab, and you paint it, exactly as it is. Um, that's you may be violating copyright law. So um, I just I love original work wherever you can get it, but we learn from copying. We learn in the tradition of art is to copy the masters. They're not, they died 200, 400 years before, so their work itself is not under copyright. Images of it may belong to museums. The photograph of the painting, that image may belong. So I've just put another bubble of water after that wash dried down, and I'm dropping in some granulating colors that are I've got several of them mixed together, and we'll see how this dries down and if I can get a kind of aiming for a bit of a darker edge around these rocks to put that shadow in on the first go around instead of having to come back and do washes and fiddle around with it. Hopefully that'll make my rocks look a little bit more natural and, you know, being able to do things in one time instead of 6 steps, that's better, isn't it? I don't know. Maybe. What do you guys
um,
think? What do you guys got going in the chat? Somebody was saying that the video had dropped out. Is it if you guys could give me a little indication in the chat, is the video okay?
Yeah, then
Yeah,
if
yeah,
yeah.
that's good. That clarity is good, and you can certainly put your work into the commons, which is a movement. I really love that. I love that movement. But when you're usually if you're going after something that's a commercial, like I said, Getty Images or anything that's an you can't copy out of net, and you especially cannot copy Disney. I will tell you, Disney employs people to just. If I was
Oh,
painting, a Disney character, I would get a copyright strike so fast I wouldn't even get to the end of the live stream. Um,
yeah, Disney, they are crazy.
yeah, Disney and the Eagles, Peter Frampton. No.
Yeah, well, thank God I am not I have no like I don't need to paint Mickey Mouse. So,
Yeah, it's not my speed either.
yeah, so that's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like I was saying,
Really.
if this channel, if this stream was monetized, so you made money from this, then I would have checked like more if what she said about it because it's something about yeah it's her art
It's
and
yeah, again with that you don't have to copy something with the intention to make money to violate copyright law.
I
It's
I
very
know
copying, but
I know
you get more attention if you're selling something, that will generally get attention on your efforts a little bit quicker than if you're not, but it's
but when people do like I'm doing and they can and call it like fan art or is it the person you are painting then?
I'm sorry, I don't understand the question.
Yeah,
What
because
do you mean? All I heard was, like, pan art, my brain just went,
no
yeah, I
no
don't quite.
fan art.
Oh, fan art. Again, you've gotta do something different to it, and especially if you're working from a photographic image, like, say there's an album cover that you like, and you do a painting, and you're like, "I'll do this musical group, and I'll put them in these positions with these expressions on their face, but I'll change the color." It's not quite enough. I mean, we're really kind of getting into the weeds with this in terms of, like, you would have to know the
Yeah,
case law and be a lawyer and do this, but Dan Kay is, got a point that Disney is very litigious for sure, although the original mouse art Steamboat Willie, I think, was the original cartoon that,
really?
the mouse appeared in, and that just fell out of copyright, and Disney was doing just contortions and backflips trying to keep that into they wanna keep as much of their material as they can, but they're coming up on Fantasia being rolling out of copyright and some other things too, so that was behind their effort to re-release those movies a few years ago, so those older Disney movies, you'll see re-releases and it'll say limited time only available, and it's all it's all lawyers and folderol. Yeah. Oh, Sophia says a person actually used Disney's viciousness to stop her brother from playing pranks for content without her consent. She played Disney music all the time.
That's not.
Good girl. Anybody who's trying to stop their bratty brother gets a thumbs up in my book. So it's I want to sing "It's a Whole New World" like out loud right now so badly. I'm not going to do it. We're going to refrain. Yeah, yeah. Winnie the Pooh is out of copyright, says Adam. That's lovely. I love I love I love the, Hundred Acre Woods and Piglet and
Yeah.
Well, I wanted this rock to not draw attention, but I'm looking at it just going, it's too boring. I want to put paint in here, but I think I will try to resist the urge and see if I can stick to my. It's like, there's just a big gray rock at the bottom. I don't know. I don't know what we're gonna do here, but yeah, I know what might help. I think I might switch out and just do a pebble drawing here for a bit. Let's see if I can get myself collected. We'll let this dry down and give it a chance to. Because it looks a little. And then it drops down, and I'm like, that's really cool. So we'll just maybe just give it a chance to get really cool. Yeah.
Yeah, it's hard to know how it will look before it's actually dry.
Yeah.
And my problem is I keep fiddling with it. I just don't leave it alone to just do its thing.
Yeah.
And
It's hard to be patient enough, isn't it?
oh my God, yeah,
No. I have to rattle over and look for some pens. I'm going to use sepia for this. It's quite subtle and lovely. Do that. Yeah, Adam says we're talking about the copyright expiring on Winnie the Pooh, and that was the original A. Milne Winnie the Pooh, right? Not the Disney Winnie the Pooh. But someone, he says, as soon as the copyright expired, someone came out with a movie called Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey. That's the world,
oh,
once and I was thinking about copyright because we are coming to it January 1st, and there's a lot of things from 100 years ago. So things from 1925 or 1924, they're going to enter the public domain here in a couple of weeks, and so that's always an interesting time of year to kind of see what
do you
what turns out. Like we've got some F. Scott Fitzgerald and
keep up
things
with
from that
that?
time.
Do you like?
Oh, I do. I'm interested
Okay,
to know what books have now entered the public domain. I'm interested to know what works of art. So it
okay,
is something that it comes up on my news feed, and I'll take a look at it.
okay.
But back before I was uh, when I was in law school, one of the things that I was, or one of the areas that I was interested in maybe working when I became a lawyer was entertainment law, or working for the, as I expressed it back then, helping artists to protect their work. And very few artists have the money to pay for a lawyer to help them protect their work. So it's really not viable. You could do a little bit of that in the part of the country where I live, up in Oregon. If I was, in the Portland metro area and the top lawyer, I might be able to have that be most of my practice, but you'd have to be in New York or um, Los Angeles to be able to make that all of the work that you did. Yeah. All right, let's see if we can get started into this. This paper wants to curl up. Ah. It would be possible to work for a law firm that did that, but just have that as an individual lawyer where I lived. Um, it's good to have dreams, but it wasn't. Okay, there we go. That's where you start, and then you end up at the trial firm getting assigned to defend the drunk guy who falls into the bed of his pickup truck. That's the
Yeah.
reality. That's the reality of it. But you know, so somewhere out there, I can help an artist stay out of a little trouble with copyright. Just I'm just living the dream.
Yeah, living the dream, like streaming with me who is copying someone else.
No, no, no,
I'm sorry.
not at all. Not at all.
Oof.
No, I was talking. I just meant like generally out there. It's something that
Yeah, but it's
crosses
kind of
my mind from
ironic.
time to time. My timing there on that bringing that topic up wasn't good. That was the problem.
Right, right.
Well, we just this live stream. All we promise is that we're live and that we're streaming. We're not.
Yeah.
Yeah, this isn't. This isn't. This isn't going to be an archive for the ages to come back to and go. Well, here's perfection.
Yeah.
I'm just here. That's all I can promise. I'm kind of here. Kind of here. That's my bar today. Oh, speaking of that, you guys, I made it to yesterday's live stream was my 100th video on my channel.
Oh, yeah.
So
Cool.
thanks everybody for being along for the journey. I feel like I've been working towards that 100 um, for quite a while. I've been looking at that number, just going, okay, I'm gonna get there. I'm gonna get there. And I thought I would be there a couple of months ago. And as you know, things things pulled my attention to other ways. But now I'm kind of back on my grind, back on the game. And yeah, Adam brings up a point that there's a publisher who is wanting to keep books out of the public domain, and that is part of the revision and re-release strategy is to trying to keep an evergreen perpetual copyright on materials.
Why?
He's referring to that thing that I'm trying not to say on my channel anymore.
Okay.
And their worldwide operation of trying to control the information. But the parody and the shoot, I'm so bummed out. This pen is I'm just struggling with it. I'm gonna get the 5. This must be the 5th or 6th drawing where I've gotten that 03 out and just tried to get it going, and I just need to accept that it is out of ink. Yeah. Oh no, Adam, you're fine. It's absolutely fine in the chat. Chat can go hog wild on it.
What?
He's good. We're good. No, you're all right. Don't worry about it, please. Sophia says she enjoys the randomness. Well, that's I feel entirely random here this morning. So glad to be serving it. Yeah. Thank you, Dan. Sophia says, I just went, my precious, on a kale stew. So random and weird, my vibe. Okay, then. Keep your fingers back. There's.
Now we know who we have to stay away from, not causing any trouble.
Step back from the crock pot. Now, what goes into kale stew? That sounds like it's Probably, probably a bunch of
Uh,
delicious.
I'm guessing kale.
Yeah, maybe something savory and delicious. Adam, I know I have gotten into some uh streams of consciousness rants about it, and when I do that, it just sort of pushes away the people that are here for art. And just for my channel here, it just is not. It's not been a good mix. So I just want to make sure that I'm not myself going on those. But we've got a lot of experiences, and we've got things that we're involved in, and so that's going to come to chat just naturally. That's okay. I am a person who has experience being in a cult and getting out of one, so that does inform what I do and the content of it. But it's been a struggle. If you know that I've been tangled up in a couple of situations that I've just tried to extricate myself from. So it comes back to wanting to. I really want to encourage people to do something that's artful in their life, whether it's cooking or drawing pebbles or painting or um, woodworking. I mean, anything you do with your hands that is a non. Well, I think we can argue that playwriting and writing poetry and things like that, that's creative work too. But I
Yeah,
think like non-linguistic creative work, it really does something for us to help get us into a calmer state. It lowers our blood pressure. Um, it adds something positive to life. So, um,
well, I feel like if you do something that you like so much that you get kind of lost and you lose time and space and everything, so you kind of escape or you,
exactly. That's what I'm talking about. Anything that's
yeah.
creative that gets you into a flow state. Like
So if
that
it's
is
like
what I'm.
writing songs or music or poetry or but you and you like it so much that you just you have a hard time like stopping and you get in the flow and you just yeah.
Yeah. I mean, exactly. That's kind of the I think we need more of that. We just need it as a balance against the drama and the conflict that I have experienced in the last year doing the work on the other side of it. Um,
Yeah.
yeah. But the audience I was originally aiming for were people who were involved in that kind of activism, and I just kept looking at the level of conflict and the level of unhappiness and kind of the misery, and I thought we've got to have something to do that alleviates that, that helps to heal what damage we're taking as we're fighting the fights that we fight in life. If you're working as a lawyer, if you're working as a protester, or an activist, or an advocate, um, those sorts of endeavors bring with them an accumulation of psychological discomfort. So, yeah, like you guys don't want inside my head. I could keep explaining this, but trust me, it's a little, it's it gets murky and tangled up in there. But I mean, well, is what I'm. Yeah.
Yeah, we could be here for a while.
Oh, okay. Here we've got the. Yeah.
Huh? Wait. Lard, onions, bacon, kale, potato. Oh my God! Is all that in the kale? Was it kale stew? Huh. Yeah, well, that's. Are you painting with black today? That's good. You're back. Or are you? Uh, huh. Well, hey, can you please decide? Yeah. Well, I'm just joking. See, I'm joking. Now yeah. Uh, wait. Which one? Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, that's exactly. Yeah, the artist who is like she used like nice colors, my kind of colors, and but this is yeah, I'm struck because I use too much paint and I don't. Uh, but of course now when I'm streaming, I'm talking and I'm doing so I don't. Then the paper dries and yeah, so it's too much for my head to keep up with. But that's
Yeah.
okay. I'm just practicing.
Yeah. Let me get this phone out of the case here. Bear with. All right. See how long before I bump the phone out of the bracket. Damn it. Yeah, Jessica's about to embark on the making of dinner.
Oh, the dinner.
So you guys aren't subscribed. Usually, let's say this is a bit of a struggle bus trip today. But generally we have it together a little bit more. If you like the art making content, I would really appreciate the subscribers. So please think about subscribing, and if you wouldn't mind double tapping the screen and um, giving me a little thumbs up of encouragement. I could use it today.
As yeah, thumbs up as a Christmas present.
Thank you guys. There we go. Uh, yeah, I tried to go to the grocery store yesterday. I've been trying to get there, and was just dreading going because there's so many people just trying to get with their big shopping lists and the um, preparing for the holiday feast. And if you're just got a few things that you're trying to uh, pick up, and you're standing in line behind somebody who's got their cart heaped up. It's a lot for me. It's a lot of people. It's a lot of um, and I just couldn't manage it. So I finally just gave in last night and ordered uh, an assortment of things from our local pizza place. So uh, I've got a stash of pizza and the pasta that they sell and a salad, and it's gonna be. I don't have to cook. That's the good news, and I don't have to dip into the ramen stash for the next couple of days. But it's gonna be a it's gonna be leftover pizza for me uh, for my meals the next couple of days, and I am okay with that. Hmm. Hey, Carrie Ann. Hello. It is
Hey,
lovely to see you here. We're,
Merry
we're trying to make some
Christmas.
art. We're trying to create a little fellowship and hang out and just do some arty stuff and just show up. And I think like it's not a day for perfection for anybody, even if you've got the big, the full family and the big feast going. I think everybody is just probably struggling to meet some sort of expectation or another. So we just wanted to normalize kind of just hanging out and being in we're, I'm here in a room by myself, but I also feel like I'm not alone because I'm talking to somebody who's out. Maya's over in Norway, and she and her dog are there, and that part of it is pretty good. And I'm just trying not to fall for the pressure to feel like I should be sitting at a table with 15 other people, and you because that's not the reality. And I think there's a lot of us out here this year that are we're kind of on our own, and it feels a little bit weird and awkward, but here we are being weird and awkward together. So that's a comfort. It's comfort to me. I hope it's comfort to you guys too. So yeah, what do we got going? Oh, got the chat rolling a little bit. Love it. Yeah, beer battered fish. Oh, that does sound good.
Okay, so what the heck is that?
It's a breaded fish that's deep fried, and instead of water, you use beer to make the coating. So it's just got a little bit of a fizzy tang to it. It's pretty good.
Ugh.
Oh, Carrie Ann has we've got a report. We've got a candy report. She's made the fudge, the caramels, the bourbon
Oh,
balls, and now she's just hanging with friends. And she's putting her holiday face on. Sister, you live like I could be there. I could don't want to drive an hour today and with holiday traffic, but those bourbon balls sound it all sounds good. I'm a candy freak, and especially when anybody's like making homemade goodies. You've got a lucky house full of people there. Yeah. Adam says Brooklyn had a Norwegian newspaper for decades. And
really?
Jessica, yeah, that's really cool. New York's got it's got a lot of different enclaves, a lot of different
Well,
cultures.
I
It
guess
must be a really wonderful place to be.
people came to New York when they landed
Yeah,
in.
Ellis Island, here we are.
Sin is doing a Christmas party thing later, okay?
Jessica says she loves weird and awkward. And thankful we will have dinner with my mama and her sister, your aunt and a friend, quiet and quaint. Oh, that sounds wonderful. I love a little warm gathering like that. Yeah.
Nordisk-tidene, yeah.
Dan K made a peanut butter pie. Oh, that sounds delicious. That sounds gotta be honest, I gotta say, I'm missing the feast and the desserts more than I am missing the people that I'm not hanging out with this year. Is that is that well, just keeping it real here. Oh, you made the good fudge without the I actually like the one that uses the marshmallow fluff. If you get it mixed in, um I don't like it where you can taste the marshmallows, but if it's done properly, that's not a bad recipe. Dan says he made his own whipped cream as well too. Um, so a peanut butter pie, is that a cream pie or what's the tell? Yeah, I want the pie. I want the pie low down. What is the filling like? Oh, Adam. Adam says I should have done pizza place things. Now that's all I want. I do. I'm feeling pretty. I'm feeling pretty. I'm like I say it? Yeah, I guess I'm kind of proud of myself for getting that sorted. Um, and it's unorthodox. It's not the Chinese food that for which I was hoping, because it's just not available where I live. Um, it should be everywhere. We should have the option of going for Chinese food um, on Christmas Day. That just sounds like a fantastic plan. But yeah, I kind of want the pizza goodies, and I also want a slice of Dan's peanut butter pie, and I'd love to sample Carrie's bourbon balls. Oh, Maya, we got to balls.
Oh, balls.
Oh my gosh, that sounds amazing. So Jessica Lynn says that she can cook Italian foods, but not a baker. That's interesting. Some people are cooks and some people are bakers, and apparently that's they're two different sort of skill sets. Yeah. So
Yeah.
Dan has a mm, where to go? Peanut butter whipped into with powdered sugar, and you fold into the whipped cream, and top it with peanut butter and dark chocolate chips. So it sounds like a fluffy cream pie. That sounds amazing. And Sophia is in Germany, and her brother and she are just chilling while the kale stew and bone broth gets ready. Did the holiday thing with mom and took the ferry to the island. Oh, is it? We're all doing such interesting, different things. I love that.
I guess if we had that, well, okay, it's not dinner time over in at, over at your place, so yeah.
Yeah, it must be getting dinner time at your place there.
Oh
Sort of
yes,
coming
it's
to.
it. People are opening the presents now.
Yeah. So Dan says that he's a cook and his wife is the baker. So that is a nice combination. That's good. Get a good balance there.
Yeah.
Oh, and cream cheese in the peanut butter. Oh, I like pie. Whenever if anybody ever asks me what kind of cake I want for my birthday, I say pie. That's my pie is my kind of cake. Um, Adam is telling us that the Norwegian state openings of parliament in the 1970s were high drama, artistic. I dare say. Now there it is. There's the Adams Go Google of the stream. Is it's one of the reasons I love having Adam in here. He's always just piquing my interest about something. Carrie Ann too. She was saying this the other day. It's like there's you can't get away without having your curiosity piqued a little bit, and that it doesn't happen enough in modern life, I think.
Yeah. Hi, Rika. Happy holidays.
Podfish is eating ramen noodles alone while his wife while their wife does all of the Christmas stuff. It's awesome, actually. Mm. Pondfish dog sits on Christmas. Good, we're doing all kinds of things there. Hi, Rika. Happy holidays to you. Uh, ooh, Sophia's got hanging out with chosen family in their cafe for the dessert part. Mm.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm with you there. Dan says he has he's a weakness for peanut butter. It is a really um it's one of my favorite flavors.
I wonder if I lived in America, if I like peanut butter, because I don't like it. But yeah, but I'm not used to, like, it's not a big thing here.
Oh, Rika made Buckeyes and an apple pie, and their partner made strawberry cake and cream puffs. Oh, nice. All right, I can't take the cat anymore. I have to go bribe it with food. Will you
Yeah,
please,
yeah.
please look at me? Nobody wants to hear you yell.
Oh, we want to hear. She's so cute. Well, now I want dessert. Applesauce in the crust, yeah.
All right, that ought to buy us about 7.5 minutes of quiet, maybe, if we're lucky.
That long?
We'll see. She kind of goes through phases where she's just perfectly happy to get her meals at her meal times, and then she goes through a phase where she's just on a mission. And um, I think I figured it out though. I think I got a new flavor of food for her, and she was just um, I think she was just very excited to have a new flavor, and so that was on her mind. So I usually alternate the flavors so that I think the cat might be bored, right? So I'll not give her the same thing, and she's diabetic, so she gets fed 4 times a day, little meals. And
Yeah, maybe
I
because
decided
sorry.
I just decided I was just going to let her have the fancy new one for every meal until she got tired of it, and then maybe she wouldn't be so obsessed with getting me because I think that she was just trying to get the new flavor. So I did that for about 4 or 5 days, and then the last I put it in the dish, and she just sat there and looked up at me like, "What the f is this?" I am, and then she stopped pestering me for food so much. So um, you got to think a minute to outwit a cat. I'll tell you. At least I do. So, it'll be something random next that I will take me, 3 months to figure out. She's a bit of a puzzle, this cat.
And maybe because she's diabetic and she gets food so often, she if she was used to just getting food twice a day, maybe,
Yeah.
or once a day, it would be like she's used to getting food like all the time.
Yeah. But she also knows, like, right now it's like 15 minutes till noon here where I'm at. So, and she gets fed at noon. So that was part of why she was escalating.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Almost always about 10 minutes before feeding time because
yeah. They know.
which is why I don't believe her when she comes here at like 3:30 in the afternoon going, "It must be time to feed me." I'm like, it's not 6 p.m. Because I know she knows when it is 6 p.m., but maybe cats' brains don't work that way. I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah,
And you guys are all, "Oh, she sounds so cute." She is cute.
yeah.
She's also got her claws just stuck into my leg as she's trying to get me to come and do that. But uh, it is you bring up a point that I've got multiple feedings per day, and it is a pain. But when we do it this way with the type of food that she gets, I don't. She doesn't have to have insulin shots, so it's actually better for her to do it this way. And yeah, it's a pain. It is a definitely a pain, but
Yeah, well, but you just, yeah, you choose to deal with it to make her, so she don't have to take the medicine and she's healthy and happy.
yeah. So we this way we have fewer vet visits. Wow, that turned into a tongue twister. And then, when it comes to veterinary medicine, I have to buy $700 worth of insulin for her at a whack. And,
Oh,
of course, that's not covered by insurance. And it's very similar to the insulin I take myself. Um, but it used to be really inexpensive to keep a pet. And we've had such a boom in the vet prices, veterinary care in America, that it is almost becoming too expensive for folks to keep an animal and care for them the way they ought to be cared for. So, her history of being a feral cat, like she tolerates me okay, but she just turns into a wild thing when we have to go to the get in the car or go deal with. She's okay when we get there. She's actually pretty friendly to the vet, and but it's not the easiest thing. So, and there's the cat lady portion of the show. No face. Thank you. No face says happy holiday eve to me, to Maya, and to everybody in the chitter chatters. Thank you, No face.
yeah. Happy holidays, no face.
Hmm. Carrie Ann says that her cats insist on their feeding every day at the same time, and if you don't feed them, they hunt you down and groom you as punishment. Um, she has giant cats, so that sounds scary. Beautiful, beautiful giant uh, Norwegian forest cats or Maine Coon cats, right? Something huge, big cats, like 25 pound cats. Mine's like 8 pounds, and that's enough. Sometimes I'll look at my cat and I'll just like, oh, I'm so glad she's not Soda's size because she would probably, I don't know, they're scary. Thank goodness they're tiny.
uh, what you Dan says, what is Christmas in Norway? What? I'm not sure if
Yeah,
I
he just wants to know maybe what your traditions are, or Maya was telling me that they traditionally gather on Christmas Eve rather than Christmas Day. So I know it does vary from what we do here in the States generally.
yeah, here we like Christmas Eve. It's the big day, and get up and then we watch. We have this we have this TV shows or movies and whatever that is on TV every single year, all my life for decades and decades, and people have to watch them to get in the Christmas mood kind of thing. And one, it's an old Norwegian movie. It's about, and then it's called Christmas Star or something. Yeah, it's old. And the other one is it's even older, and that's what where did Polish or Hungary? I don't know, somewhere far away, like in the, yeah, east. I don't remember, but it's not like Snow White. No, not Snow White. Cinderella. Well, they have like real people are playing the, and yeah, and there's something more spiced into there, but it's old, and because in the old days when, yeah, so Norwegian guy is kind of narrated. He is doing the uh, what's it called when they talk over.
A voiceover?
Uh, yeah, yeah, and he's kind of like, just like he's reading a book. He's saying like, and making his voice like, yeah, and he like when, so when different people are talking, he's kind of changing his voice to, so it's it's weird. It's nothing is being made like that now, but for some reason we have to watch. We have like, yeah,
Yeah.
those two movies we have to watch every Christmas Eve in the, like, in the morning for at 11 something, and then we have to start dinner. Someone start dinner maybe, and someone is uh, we like to go to the cemetery and put, we have this uh, like big uh, candles thing inside the box and inside the, yeah, some, so we go and light candles on the cemetery, and it's so pretty and it's so peaceful, and the cemetery and on Christmas Eve, it's I could have spent the whole evening there because it's so it's super weird, and it's pitch black. Of course, it's dark, and
Huh?
sometimes it's um, it's so much snow that, oh, bye.
Bye,
Uh,
Carrie Ann. Thanks for coming in.
we have like the gravestone that is standing up.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, yeah. So, and sometimes there's so much snow that we don't see the gravestones. So people have like a shovel with them, and we have to. Uh, so then we are kind of, okay, the grave we are looking for is around, is somewhere around here, and we just have to start digging, and oh yeah, this is, yeah, okay, we have to dig down so we can see what's the name on the, oh yeah, no, that's wrong, and then we, okay, maybe here, and so we find the grave at the end. So yeah, and we set candles, and people are decorating with some like Christmas, not like uh, like a branch from a Christmas tree kind of thing, and yeah, something like. And the candles, they are like inside the glass kind of thing, and it burns for like 3 or 4 days. It's, yeah. So this is getting creepy. You take candles and a shovel to the cemetery on Christmas Eve.
Oh, I
Yeah,
think it's
I know.
like it's honoring the tradition, and I mean, if you're looking at Christmas from a religious standpoint, you're talking about um the hope that we'll have an afterlife and meet our loved ones again. So to connect with them at that time of year, no, it's not
Yeah,
creep.
but
I don't think it's creepy.
no, but when you think about it, to take a shovel to the cemetery, and
Oh,
like
okay.
so.
Oh, I see. Okay, I see where you're going with. It's like, now
Yeah,
let's set
yeah.
out.
I never.
Let's go visit Grandpa.
Yeah, and a candle. Like, okay. Yeah, I never saw it that way, but yeah, I will never. I will always see it that like that now.
So,
Then,
we have
yeah,
some shows like the Charlie Brown Christmas special. That's that kind of gets played sometimes. We have the cartoons like Frosty the Snowman and the animated Rudolph that play. Uh, I like Rudolph. I love the Island of Misfit Toys. I always have. So I think maybe we're a little bit. I kind of identify with the Island of Misfit Toys. So it's a great place, and the people that are there on the island are pretty cool. So
yeah. I don't think I've seen that one.
yeah, hello, welcome in.
Hey, Monica. God jul.
Sort of. There we go. Sort of a misty green. Yeah.
I think I'm gonna just finish this one.
Yeah. Oh, that's so luminous. Yeah. Now I'm curious. Adam says Germany plays Dinner for One every New Year's. Is that a song? What is with Dinner for One? I think we were talking earlier about Maya had an idea that it would be lovely to just watch a Christmas movie about somebody who was happily enjoying their holiday solo.
Yeah,
They said
single
that
and
yesterday.
alone and just
Yeah, my
having a
brain just
great time.
open. Yeah,
Yeah.
I thought, why don't we have that? That movie would help me to feel better about the solo holidays that I've seemed to have encountered the last couple years. It's a play, a movie. Okay.
Is that the um is is that the one like in black and white and where the old lady is being served and she thinks because we have yesterday at 9 o'clock in the evening we have and it's a black and white kind of play show and where an old lady is going to dinner and she is kind of dementia or whatever. She imagined that she has her friends around the table, but it's just her. So like her servant, butler, whatever, he's serving and he has to like, yeah, do you want sherry for to the? So he served her food and he kind of put uh, serve drinks to like the people who is around the table, and he like he has see like chair and he has to stand there and like hold the glass up and share yeah cheerio Miss Sophie and he gets kind of drunk because there's several yeah he has to drink
Yes,
all the yeah and there
Sophia
is
says,
a
yeah. It,
yeah right yeah yeah it's super fun yeah we do that like yesterday
right, we'll have to track that down because it sounds charming. And
I think it's British, isn't it? British. I think so. Cheerio, Miss Sophie. And there is like a tiger head, a lion head, or whatever, like a carpet with the head, and he keeps like tripping in the head every time he's going to get some more food, and he's tripping in the darn head.
yeah, we do. It was a thing that was done with bears here, probably Europe too, but um, yeah. Maya, let me know on time when you're ready to wrap it up. Um, Hopefully my phone will hang in. I can't see. That's the problem in streaming on YouTube is it doesn't give me the um
Oh yeah, we are about 2 hours, 1:56.
yeah. And I know my phone will usually hang in for about get the
Yeah. Well,
battery
we
charged.
can.
So we've got some time, but just let me
Yeah,
know.
but
Don't let
we can, if we like stop now, and we can even do another one a little later, or I don't know.
that was kind of my plan was just to do a scattering of live streams throughout the next or today and tomorrow, um, rather than to do just like I don't want to do a marathon one. I'd rather do um, multiple opportunities for people to have a little spot
Yeah,
to land. So
yeah.
my
And
Adam says his
you
favorite
can
Christmas
you
movie is mixed nuts. Okay,
oh yeah. Do I know
I'm
that
gonna have to
one?
start
No.
a list. I'm just gonna do that. There we go.
Do you know? Do you know that one?
It rings a bell. I think if I look, I will probably go, oh yeah, but I'm there. See what you made me do. See how you inspired? Mm. Oh, Sophia says we used to put that on as a play as grandkids, and I had to find a new lion head when your cousin refused to play the tiger head. New tiger head. He didn't like
Oh,
getting
that's
kicked in
amazing.
the head. Oh, there's always one kid who gets that.
Yeah.
Poor cousin.
There's always that one kid.
Let's get Mikey. He don't like it. He hates everything. Yeah.
Oh no. So this chair is driving me crazy, and it's it's squeaking so much.
I know. I used to have like the best chair that was adjustable with 16 ways, and you could move the back and do things. And I had this friend that used to come and crash at my place every Friday after her work week, and she didn't like to go home because she lived with her grown kids and their four children. And one day she came in and I was just like, oh, really, you're back again. It's like, um, she'd walk in and she'd like take she'd want my to scoop out of my ice cream container, and like it's like I liked her, but I didn't like her enough to let her eat my ice cream with a spoon without like putting it in a bowl. And like at this point that I'd just gotten really sort of frustrated, but was having a hard time saying, You need to go someplace else on Fridays because I can't take this every week." And she
Yeah.
came in and she plopped herself down in my fancy chair, and it's one of the ones with the hydraulic thing, and the chair just went ka-woof, bump down. It didn't
Oh,
fall over, but the seat dropped down, and then she was like yelling at me because she broke my chair. I missed that. I'll tell you, I missed that chair.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, this chair is it's the most expensive like office chair I ever had. The problem is I keep I'm sitting like on I don't sit straight. I am leaning to one side, so and on the arm like and the back and everything. So I'm kind of when time goes by, it's kind of yeah crooked or whatever.
It's hard to get a good chair, isn't it, Jessica? Also, I
Yeah,
think it's
right.
rude if you break somebody's furniture. That's just rude. That's just not. I might be autistic, but I know that's not how it's supposed to work.
Yeah, right.
Just sometimes it's easy to attract those people. I just know every time I asked her for a favor, she'd just say, "Oh, I can't today." I'm like, "Oh, okay." Like she was really nice in her refusal, but I think at a certain point I went, "Wait a second, this is just a one-way street." So anyway, now I'm in a chair that squeaks and is uncomfortable, and I, don't have the wherewithal to go buy another $700 chair. But um, at least I had it during the initial. I've had 3 back surgeries, so I had it after the first one, and it did help to not sit in a chair that was. We the early part of the 20th century for sure, we were still building chairs that were meant to make you sit up straight, and were not built for comfort. They were deliberately built to try to have um, for you to have a particular type of posture. And I don't like being bossed around by the furniture. I like the furniture to do what I'd like it to do. So
Yeah,
anyway, I don't know. Now we're now we're off in that. Just never know where it's going to go around here. Oh, Sophia. Okay, of course. They did not kick just everybody take a minute because they did not kick their cousin in the head. They weren't mean. So let it be known. Yeah.
yeah. Well,
Okay, that Adam says that Mixed Nuts was a Steve Martin movie with Madeline Kahn. So yeah, that's a good time.
I don't who is that? Will
Steve
it do
Martin
they? Oh, Steve Martin. Yeah, I know Steve Martin.
and the Steep Canyon Rangers. That guy. I think we'll just put this out of disaster's way. I think the gray rock turned out pretty, rock-like.
Yeah,
I'm not quite sure what I want to do with the others. I think I want to scatter some sort of medium-sized pebbles and then lots of little ones, and maybe just have those 5 be the. I haven't quite decided. I think sometimes I'll set something aside, and then when I come in the next morning and look at it, my brain knows exactly where everything should go, and it doesn't yet. So it's okay to work on things in stages and let
yeah,
that work develop in a as it does. I'm not quite sure what my creativity wants to make of that, and it's okay to be patient with it and just give it a little time to evolve or develop. I find I'm more satisfied with the work if I just let it emerge in its own time. Oh, Three Amigos. I like Grand Canyon is a quirky movie that's just was one of my favorites for a long time. Danny Glover and Steve Martin and a very young Sarah Jessica Parker. It's a spinning beach. I love a spinning beach. Yeah. Oh, I don't need you. I don't need anything except this remote control and this step stool. No Faces is given to the jerk. And this ping pong paddle, what is it? A paddleball game, I think. Yeah. Oh, I'm not going to read those out just because out of context, but I am laughing. You mean I'm always going to stay this color? Oh, poor Steve Martin.
Okay, now my phone is 15%, so
Okay.
should I find the cord or?
It's up to you. I think we could go another spell here. We've got 15 people hanging out with us, so but
Yeah, I have to go get that. So I just and I might have to go and pee also.
all right. Well, this is
So
anybody who needs to go take a break. We'll just practice good what humaning and yeah, take a break,
yeah,
get up and stretch.
pee break, pee break. Okay, I'll be back.
We're adults. We can figure out when we need to go pee. Don't make me tell you when to go pee, please. Please. Oh. I also like we haven't gotten into the Kevin Smith area at all, but I did enjoy Clerks. I think that's kind of funny too. Yeah. There we go. Maybe. All right. Please stay. That's my go-to. If I'm going to sit and watch a movie, I will almost always like to watch a comedy of some kind. And I like mysteries too. I kind of went on. I could So, yeah. Oh, I haven't seen that one, No Face. Yeah. Oh, too much water. If it has any questions, just throw it in there. These are watercolor pencils I've added. Now I'm just using a bit of water to blend out the color. And yeah. Has anybody seen the new A Haunting in Venice, where Kenneth Branagh plays Hercule Poirot? I went on a Hercule Poirot movie binge last summer and enjoyed the classic ones. With there's one that's got a Maggie Smith, when she was quite young, plays one of the characters in it. And with Jane Birkin as the it's the movie's so old this can't be a spoiler, but Jane Birkin is the bad guy in it. And of course now my brain is blanking on what is it? They're on an island. Well, of course, mystery, and there'll always be. Oh, you did, Carrie Ann. What did you think? Was it good? Was it stylish? Did we get some good views of Venice? I think that was the thing I was mostly interested in. Anytime I'm watching anything set in Venice, I'm kind of ignoring everything and just looking at the architecture and looking at the settings, because it's such an amazing city. All right, to get into the art supply nerdery just a little bit, I bought a set of the Cezanne watercolor pencils, and for pretty decent buy on watercolor pencils. Kind of comes out to 50 cents a piece or thereabouts. And I was hoping for in a set of 72, like you should get a pretty good color range in that. Oh golly, sorry, sliding the phone. Okay, color range. It didn't expand what I had too much. Was a good value. They don't dissolve with the Albrecht Dürer ones from I think it's Faber-Castell. Yep. But of course these beauties are $2.50 a piece. 5 of the I don't know if the end up being 5 times better. But I just touched that with a drop of water, the Durer ones immediately flow into paint, and they integrate with the watercolor background so much better. So I think that's what you get when you are working with artist grade materials versus student grade. And it wasn't clear in the Cezanne whether they sort of were packaged as artist quality, but I would rate them student grade. In case anybody was wondering what the pencil opinion was, there you go. So the Cezanne ones, I've just got to sort of scrub over it a lot, and it re-wets the paint underneath. Whereas the Durer ones, just a touch of water flows it, and I can move the colored pencil layer over it as more of a wash. No harm, no art foul. Yeah. So this is the Durer, just like one stroke, and it's all out where I want it to be. And the Cezanne, I've got to probably come over at 5 or 6 strokes to get it activated and a good flow. Okay, let's see what you guys are up to in chat here. Well done and not scary, says Carrie Ann. That was sort of the concern that we had. We were talking about it. It was rated as a horror film or light horror, and I'm with you, Carrie Ann. I don't dig anything that's if it's worse than Alfred Hitchcock, I'm just not there for it. I have such a vivid imagination. I watch that stuff, and I'm a real visual thinker. So if I am looking at things, they stick in my brain, and they'll show up in my dreams and disturb my sleep. And I just have found that it's just better not to check my head full of that stuff in the first place. So I, try to go for things that are more like psychological thrillers. And yeah. Right. We've got a recommendation for a detective movie series by Donna Leone. Okie dokie. Blurg. Pencils. That's an artist's desk, though. You have 27 different things, and then just try to find a writing implement on your studio table. And that said about like scary, horrible images, but I really did enjoy the Wallander series. There's a couple of different ones with different actors playing Wallander, and I love the books too. And she's back.
Yeah. I've been crawling around trying to find a free socket to connect the phone, and yeah.
It's okay. I've got I've got the phone out of the case, and I've got one hand trying to balance the phone. You guys, I'm sure you guys are noticing it, my pictures bobbling around. It's because I got my phone pressed to a cold pack while it's plugged in. Just try to get a little bit more, just get a little more juice for us here.
The phone, it's like a like sport people. They have to have ice packs to like cool down their injuries.
Yeah. To the next level.
Yeah,
We're gonna need a gonna need a and a gel pack of what are those gel energy packs. Oh my goodness. Yeah, Irish Smart says I love Wallander, the Swedish version. The UK one not so much. Um yeah, I like them both. I love the cinematography in the British version with Kenneth Branagh. It just made me fall in love with southern Sweden and those sweeping views of the rye fields and the sort of um, the austere quality of the architecture there. Just you could pretty much just turn the sound off and um, fast forward through the gory scenes and just watch him driving around. Of course, by the time those would come on, it'd be late at night. So that's kind of where I'm at, just mentally when I'm watching stuff late at night. I'm like, I don't want to work. I don't want to work my brain too much. I don't want too many scares and old ladies watching TV. There you go. Ay, ay, ay. Where is the do not? I don't know. That's not quite the brush I want. Maybe this one. No, no face. What the heck happened there? No face was not subscribed, and he did not. He did not.
what?
What? Weeks ago, you came. You and a whole assortment of the No crowd came in, and there was, I got done with the live stream and looked, and there was a whole bunch of new subscriptions, and then oh, within hours, they were all popped off of there. So I wondered if YouTube had just decided that um, it, it didn't want to, it didn't want to permit that. Irish Mart says she has the Swedish Wallanders on DVD. They're on your top 10 of all time list. Yeah. Oh, that's pretty.
Can you see the
Did you use,
sparkle?
yeah, did you use white ink for that? For the
No,
oh, you used
just
the glitter.
gouache.
Glitter.
Had the what? It's glue.
It, well, that I love that light coming from behind the tree. That's so beautiful.
Yeah, I like that look.
I don't know what that is, Adam, and I know I'm gonna regret Googling it, aren't I? Come on. Let's,
I guess
yeah,
they
boy,
eat
that
it
just
because it's a tradition, and yeah.
does it involve burying fish in the ground?
And no, well, I don't know, but it's kind of rotten, or yeah.
Hmm. Well,
Okay, yeah, they,
I come from the land of McDonald's, so I really can't throw shade on anybody else's food traditions. Oh, I'm just gonna give it an official thumbs down to the saison. Uh,
oh,
like I can't get some of these colors. I can't get to re-wet. It's just lines on there, and I wanted this to be quite smooth, but this is it's. Wait a minute, I have an answer for this. It's just paper. It's
yeah,
just paper.
just paper.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So
Yeah, I think we need. I think I need a little break and just I have to charge the
yeah,
phone more and
yeah, I think I do too. I just got a text that one of my family members is intending to drop in on me. Um, is it dropping in if they send you a text first? This text, we're on our way, and we're 5 minutes away. So I
oh
probably, yeah, I should
yeah,
probably go see what that's about. But that's
yeah,
about. We've
probably, yeah,
been a
yeah,
couple of hours, and we'll be back on later.
yeah,
So thanks everybody for spending some time with us, and yeah, just try to maintain an even strain in the next 48 hours. We'll get through it and enjoy the extra minutes of daylight because I know I've got the blinds open and it just feels like there's a little more sunlight coming into the studio today. And we will be back on maybe later tonight, kind of depends, later this afternoon, or, be streaming intermittently tomorrow as well, too. So um,
yeah.
just check back and take good care of yourselves. Hang in there. Um, to run the art show here pretty right
And
quickly.
happy holidays to everyone.
Yeah, happy holidays. Get that pie, get
Yeah,
those bourbon balls, and
eat something, eat something good, and just stuff it in your face.
yeah, watch a good movie.
Yeah.
Pet a cat, feed a cat, be a cat, and we will see you a little bit later. Thanks, Maya.
Yep. Bye.
Bye.